stop spinning out so we can stop slicing this golf ball. This is going to be the quickest, most beautiful way to end this spin out over the top, open face, slice off the planet Earth you've ever seen. So let's get after it. Whether you realize it or not, the faster you turn this body, the more the path is going to the left. I don't talk about it. Folks, that's just a fact. The golf club is attached to you. As you're rotating, it's going around to the left. Well, as you're swinging your arms, it's going more around to the right. And I would tell you that golfers need to match up the arm swing versus body rotation, and well, the rest of the ground forces as well. But this little drill, we're going to be using the swing catalyst. This is the dual motion plate. It's got pressure on it, and it's also got force on it, which we'll take a look at real quick. You may have seen this in my other videos. This is the pressure, the heat maps. You can see red, blue, and yellow. I don't think there's green in there. It could be green. But those are the heat maps. Right foot, ball of the foot, heel, left foot on this side, okay, heels and toes, outside, inside. And I use those a lot to help people move better, to deliver the club more effectively, or move better to hit the ball harder. But underneath the pressure, we have the force plates. That's the ground reaction forces, which are the shifting, the torque or turning, and the up-down lift. And there's a little bit more of this way. That's part of the horizontal force, but toward and away from the target line, right? This way here. Those are things that cause rotation. If I'm back at the top of my backswing, and I do the old Scottie Scheffler, I kind of get on my front foot, and then this foot pulls backward away from me. That's like taking the top off a water ball. That turns me in this direction. Okay? Well, however, we're going to talk about this neat little one that, to be quite honest, I very rarely have heard anybody talk about. This is the free moment. This is a torque that we're going to put around the plate, and it goes this way. I will cue a person, hey, I want you to grab that carpet on that thing with your trail foot. Okay, grab that ground and twist that baby right off the carpet, right off of the plate. And what I have seen is in some golfers that need this, not everybody needs this, some golfers I've seen a massive jump in speed, literally 8-9 miles an hour within about 5 swings. But at the same time, for the folks who are spinning really hard and suffering with a left path, this move, as you go back and you twist the plate this way, it initially causes rotation toward the target of the whole body. See, there's the twist, and it's rotating. Isn't that cool? But right about here, because of my whole foot, it kind of stops me. Isn't that cool? So this orientation started out with a little bit of a turn, right? But it keeps me from turning open too much. So I'm seeing an increase in club head speed, plus the path going more toward the draw side. One of my superstars changed his path by 6 degrees in 2 swings, but went from 108 miles an hour. We got it up at that day to 117. How about that business? Well, you might say that speed is coming from the ground up. Not totally true, but I like it in this case. Okay, so what's it look like? In a normal golf swing, as I personally am not aware of that in my golf swing, okay? I'm trying to take some path away because I tend to have a lot of rightward path because, well, I don't turn that fast as it is. But I want to show it to you. Okay, so standard golf, what am I hitting here? Oh my, it's a pitching wedge, folks. That's all right, doesn't matter. Let's see, standard golf swing. Okay, that's pretty much my standard issue, and that's going to show, then we're going to show them back and forth, side by side, that is. Okay, here comes the free moment twist, or put out your cigarette butt. Or, you know what? Twist that carpet right off there. And we'll see a little difference. You might see something different on that one. Let's take a look at it. All right. It looks like the same guy at address, doesn't it? Okay, can't be cheating there. And I'd say that I'm terribly close to the exact same setup. Okay, let's start on the left-hand side one first. I think this is the original. And we have got a backswing. And you can see this torque go up. Force factor, 1.08 times my weight. But here's what I'm looking for. There's the right foot. What you can see here, the right foot kind of got loaded up and then disappeared. It did come back up again late in the swing. Okay? Now check this guy over here. This graph looks totally different as far as the acceleration. It goes straight up. I think that's why it's creating the speed. And look at the difference in how this goes. Here's the ramp up, there goes the right foot torque, and it's already gone. By the way, notice the torque, boy, oh boy, oh boy, that torque went up and is already gone before you see the foot move. So much for seeing the forces, folks. It happened before the foot even moved. Now, what you will see is a difference in the leg action through the golf ball. Hopefully you can see that I have turned a little less. You can definitely see that in the legs. I think to me this is really, really cool. Now, if you need to stop turning, stop spinning out, guess what? That is the move for you. If you don't need, if you have too much inside out path, this is probably not a great move. Look at the spacing between the knees. That's a sign for you. Okay? Bodies, the attitude is all different. You can see the left hip versus left hip. It's more open on the left-hand side. And that one, I'm not even trying to rotate real hard. That's what this one does. That torque, twisting this plate this direction, that's an arrow, folks. Okay? That works. So how are you going to go about learning this wicked cool move to help you stop spinning out? So I'm going to show you this blackboard trainer. It's really kind of cool. It's a fancy piece of wood from Germany, a little grippy surface on it. You could use a furniture slider if you wanted to. And put it on the ground. Now you will notice that I can twist this quite easily into the ground. You see that? The reason I can twist it quite easily is sort of the same as the reason why Scottie Scheffler has his right foot slide backwards. Well, folks, watch this. If I put my weight on there heavily, like let's say I'm 90% on the right foot, and I pull the foot, oh, I can't slide it. Do you see that? I'm on it. I can't hardly slide it at all because there's friction force pushing down. Make sense? Now, that said, if I had no or little weight on it, maybe I have here, I have maybe 10%, 20%, now I can twist the foot. Do you see that? And the question before the court is when? Okay, as you begin to wind up on the backswing, if you've got pressure on your foot, you will already feel that torque develop underneath your foot. Your foot has, you got your big toe, the bone just before that, I can't remember the name of it. You got your little toe, and you got the heel, and those babies are grabbing the ground this way. As I turn back, that actual force turning the opposite direction is already working. That's why you saw that purple graph was going up before I ever did twist the ground. So it's going up, it's going up, it's going up. Then right here, to start the transition, I'm going to twist. Now you're going to see this twist because I'm not going to put a lot of weight in here so you can see it. Yes, we could see it on the graph, but that's okay. You don't have one of those graphs, but you do have something to put on your foot. If you are going to do this with the furniture slider, please don't go too quick. Get the feel, but don't go too quick because you can slide that baby out. I damn near killed myself years and years ago, half a belly. I had 2 furniture sliders, and I made a full-speed swing. I thought I was going to split right up the middle of me. So we're back. I can feel it grabbing in. Now twist. Now that move starts the downswing. That move also gets me started turning, but then kind of locks me in. Isn't that cool? If I put more of my mass, my weight, back here on the trail foot, try and do the exact same thing, done again. Oh, I still was able to turn it pretty good. That's kind of cool. All right, that move is really, really cool. And will help you stop spinning out. As I am twisting this baby out to the right, I get this initial rotation. It's called external rotation of the trail hip. Big source of acceleration in the golf swing. But then because my foot's going this way, it actually stops me from turning more till after the ball is gone. Isn't that interesting? It helps me actually accelerate and then decelerate this segment. Ooh, very cool. And you can learn that just little bits at a time and then go to bigger and bigger swings. And that was a pretty big swing right there. It doesn't take long to learn. It really helps if you have something under your foot where you can feel it, or in this case, I can actually even hear it slide on the ground. I do like this blackboard. It wasn't the intended use for it, which is like so many of my training aids. I do like it because it's got a little bit of frictiony surface on the bottom of it where the furniture slider is just going, baby. Got it? Now, if you are one of those folks who really likes the idea of the trail foot banking, let me demonstrate this. I don't know if you can see that from there, but now I have the blackboard with the rod in the center of it going perpendicular to the target line. Well, as it turns out, a lot of folks do this number and the knees kind of kiss before impact. I don't know if I have that move in me. That's sort of this number, okay? That's not a very good move either, by the way. Well, when that's happening, something's not going right in the footwork. Fine, we know that now. Well, when you do the blackboard in this fashion, I can get off the inside edge this way that a lot of folks like Fred Couples loved it, where he went back like this and he pushed off in the right way. But see that foot? Now, guess what? The more I spin the foot the wrong way, which actually seems like the right way, but it's not, the more I will twist this thing outward as I go. And that's a spin out, folks. And if you're trying to not spin out, not a great plan. Well, if I do this correctly, which I have never tried till right now, I'm going to give it my outward twist this way. So I like to kind of dig the ball of my foot into the ground a little bit on the backswing. That's going to give me some friction. I dig in, spin out, and you can see that foot has reacted totally differently. All right, now this exercise is going to help you hit from the inside. That path is 6 degrees from the inside. I probably don't need that move very much, but that's okay. If you're spinning out, your path is going left, this will help. Get after it, folks.